channel, MN. So, welcome to my channel, MN Coaching Center. So, today I'm going to explain here that is 11th standard Neet and CT questions. We're going to solve that is 11th standard transport and plants. This chapter's Neet CT questions we are going to solve. So, let us come to the next topic. So, in last video, I solved question till 65 questions, and this till the topics question I solved. So now we have to continue from here. Next topic that we are going to see is first I will explain the next topic, then we will go. Then we will go to our solve that means then we go to see the answer for questions. So first, the next topic is transport of mineral nutrients in phloem transport means in phloem through phloem how the mineral nutrients is transported. So the plants it gets CO2 and O2 from atmosphere. So as you know, plants gets oxygen and carbon dioxide from atmosphere. So other minerals are obtained from soil water. From soil water, the plants obtain the other minerals. Mineral nutrients are absorbed actively. So mineral nutrients it is absorbed actively. It is absorbed mineral nutrients. The carrier proteins present in the endodermal cells regulate. So the carrier proteins that are present in the endodermal cell uh, may takes this process. These organic compounds are redistributed to other parts through phloem. So through phloem we redistribute this compound. Next, source means the site where the food is synthesized. So source it is the site where the food is get synthesized, and sink means the part that needs or stores food. So sink it is the part where the food is stored, and the direction of the movement of phloem sap in phloem is bidirectional. So the direction in which the phloem sap in phloem is the movement of phloem sap is bidirectional. And mass flow hypothesis is accepted for the translocation of sugar from source to sink. So now let us come to the questions. So the next question number 66 on this topic, transporting of mineral nutrients, flow and transport. On this topic's question, let us see first question. So water absorption in roots takes place by which process? So by which process the water absorption in root takes place? By active absorption, or passive, or active and passive, through both they have asked. So I'm giving you a 1 minute time. You first you think and say, then I will tell the correct answer. So the correct answer for question number 66. So the water absorption in roots takes place by through which the process is passive. So passive is the correct answer for question number 66. So now let us come to our next question, that is question number 67. Why can't the mineral nutrients be absorbed passively? So why can't the mineral nutrients it can be absorbed through passively? Option A, they can pass from the plasma membrane, or option B, they are ionic form. Plasma membrane is semi-permeable and their concentration is less in roots, or option C, they are ionic from form. Plasma membrane is permeable and their concentration in roots is more, or option D, none of the above. So you have to answer first. So why can't the mineral nutrients be absorbed passively? They are because they are in ionic form and plasma membrane is semi-permeable and their concentration is less in roots. So therefore it cannot be absorbed passively. So now let us come to our next question, that is question number 68. Which cells in the roots behave as regulators? Option A, pericycle. Option B, cortex. Option C, endodermis. Option D, epidermis. So, which cells in the roots behave as regulators? So, endodermis cells in the roots, it behave as regulators. Now, next question, that is question number 69. The mineral nutrients reach the leaves through which path? So, through which path the mineral nutrients it reaches the leaves? Option A through phloem, option B through symplast pathway, or option C through apoplast path, or option D through transpiration path. So the correct answer for question number 69, the mineral nutrients reach the leaves the path through the transpiration path. So therefore option D, it is the correct answer for question number 69. Now let us come to our next question, that is question number 70. Source means, what does source means? Place where food is digested, or where food is synthesized, or where food is stored, or where food is accepted. What source means they have asked. So the correct answer for question number 70 is, so source means it is where food is stored. So the four options is the correct answer for question number 70. Now next 71. Sink means place where food is required, or place where food is synthesized synthesized and stored, or place where food is stored, or none of these. So for question number 71, sink means it is a place where food is required. So therefore option A is correct answer for question number 71. Now let us come to our next question, that is question number 72. Food is stored in which form in the cells of the roots? In A, protein, B, sugar, C, lipids, or D, mineral salts? So therefore, for correct answer for question number 72 is option B. So food is stored in the form of sugar in the cells of the roots. So okay. In next question, question number 73. Here they have asked here A, both A and or are correct, A and B are correct. Here you have to say, here they have given two options. A is assertion, B is or is the reason. So here you have to say whether both the assertion and reasons are correct, or reason is correct but is the correct explanation of assertion, you have to say, or option B in that B1 is A and R are both true. Assertion and reason are true, but reason is not the correct explanation of assertion. Okay, or A C is assertion is correct, but reason is wrong, or assertion is wrong, or reason is correct is option D. First, let us come to first. Assertion A, they have given mass flow hypothesis. Mass flow hypothesis is responsible for the ascent of sap. The reason they have given is the cohesive and adhesive force plays an important role in the ascent of sap. Which option is correct? You have to say. So, as you see, assertion they have given that mass flow hypothesis is responsible for ascent of sap, but it is a wrong assertion. They have given wrong, but reason they have given correct. The cohesive and adhesive forces plays an important role in the ascent of sap. The reason is correct, but the assertion is wrong. So therefore, here the option is D. A means assertion is wrong and reason is correct. So therefore, option D is the correct answer for question number 73. Now let us come to question number 74. Here, assertion A, removal of water in liquid form in plants is called a ascutation. As reason or hydrathodes through which cutation takes place are present in leaves. Which one is the correct? You have to say. So option. So as you see here, both the assertion, that is removal of water in liquid form in plants, is called guttation, and hydathodes through which guttation takes place are present in leaves. Reason both A and R are correct, and R is correct explanation for assertion. So therefore option A is the correct answer for question number 74. Now 75, assertion A, some plants have symbiotic association with fungus. Reason or the fungus provides in containing compounds and sugars while the roots provide water and mineral nutrients. Which one is the correct? You have to see. So here the assertion that they have given, some plants have symbiotic association with fungus. It is correct, but the reason the fungus provides in containing compounds and sugars while the roots provide water and minerals nutrients, it is wrong. So therefore option C is correct answer for question number 75. Now 76, assertion A, facilitated diffusion permits upward and downward movement of solute. Reason or facilitate diffusion goes against the concentration gradient. Which one is the correct? You have to say. So question number 76, assertion A, they have given that facilitated fusion permits upward and downward movement of solute. Reason or facilitated diffusion goes against the concentration gradient. Which one is the correct? You have to say your hand. I'll give you 1 minute time. So as they have given the assertion A facilitates diffusion, permits upward and downward movement of solute. So therefore it is correct, but the reason they have given is facilitate diffusion goes against the concentration gradient. So if diffusion does not go against the concentration gradient, so therefore option C is, that is option A, that means A is correct and R is wrong is the correct answer. So therefore option C is the correct answer for question number 76. So for question number 77, next, assertion A, water molecules have motion. Reason is, in gaseous form the motion is random and regular. Is it true or false, they have asked. So your time for this question starts now. So therefore the option is C, assertion water molecules have motion. A and B or A and R in gaseous from the motions is random and regular. Both A and R is correct. But R is not correct explanation of A. So but in gaseous from the motion is random and irregular. It is not correct option for correct answer for assertion water molecules have motion. So therefore option B is the correct answer for question number 77. Now let us come to next question, that is question number 78. Assertion A, the value of osmotic pressure is dependent on the concentration gradient. Reason, or when the concentration of the solution is low, then the osmotic pressure is high, and when solution is concentrated, then the osmotic pressure is low. Okay, so they have tried to confuse you, so you have to be think correctly. When the concentration of solution is low, the concentration of that solution is low, then osmotic pressure is high, then the osmotic pressure is very much high. And when the solution is concentrated, when there is a concentrated high concentration in solution, the osmotic pressure is low. Is it correct? So tell the correct option. So, as you know, they have given here is assertion the value of osmotic pressure is dependent on the concentrated gradient. A is correct, it is correct, but the reason they have given is when the concentration of the solution is low, the osmotic pressure is high, and when the solution is very much concentrated, the osmotic pressure is low. The reason is not correct. So therefore, the correct answer is option C is the correct answer for question number 78. Okay, so option C is the correct answer. Now let us come to our next question, that is question number 79. Assertion A: for the reversal of plasmolysis, cell must be kept in hypotonic solution. Reason: what is the reason they have given is when the cell becomes turgid, this is called turgidity. Okay, this is the question they have asked. So the assertion that they have given, that is a for the reversal of the plasmolysis, cell must be kept in hypotonic solution. So it is wrong, but the reason they have given is when the cell becomes turgid, this is called turgidity. Yes, when the cell becomes turgidity, we call it as turgidity. It is correct. So therefore option D, that is assertion is wrong and reason is correct. Next question, that is question number 80 here. Assertion A: in the cortex, water is mostly transported through apoplastic pathway. Reason is cortical cells are loosely arranged. Which one is you have to say? So, as the assertion they have given is, in the cortex, water is mostly transported through apoplastic pathway, and the reason is cortical cells are loosely arranged. So therefore, both assertion and the reason that they have given, assertion and reason both are correct, and assertion is the correct, means the reason is the correct explanation for the assertion that they have given. In the cortex, water is mostly transported through the apoplastic pathway. The reason they have given is cortical cells are loosely arranged. Yes, cortical cells are loosely arranged, so therefore in the cortex water is mostly transported through apoplastic pathway. So therefore option A is the correct answer for question number 80. Next question, that is question number 81. Assertion A: endodermic cells are impervious to water. Reason they are given is they possess thickening of Casparian stripes made up of suberin. Which one is the correct? You have to say which option. So the assertion they have given is endodermic cells are impervious to water. Assertion. Reason is they possess thickening of Casparian stripes made up of suberin. Both assertion and reasons both are correct. So therefore the reason they have given is they possesses thickening of Casparian stripes made up of suberin. So therefore reason is correct, but assertion, reason is correct answer for assertion. So therefore assertion and reason are correct. So reason is the correct explanation for the assertion. So therefore option A is the correct answer for question number 81. So after this, next question, I think we have to move towards next question. In next question they have given that in question number 82, assertion A, they have given that there is an adhesive force between the water molecules and the xylem walls. Reason they have given is root pressure is responsible for the ascent of sap. So both reason and assertion is correct or not, you have to say.
So, as the assertion, so assertion they have given, that is, there is an adhesive force between the water molecules and the xylem walls. It is correct. Assertion is correct. But the reason they have given that root pressure is responsible for the ascent of sap. So root pressure is not responsible for that ascent of sap. So therefore, option C, that is assertion is correct, but reason is wrong, is the correct answer for question number uh, 82. For question number 83, assertion A, peanut seeds can germinate in the absence of mycorrhiza. Reason for that is root pressure can be seen in the early morning hours. So, the assertion that they have given that peanut seeds can germinate in the absence of mycorrhiza. So, it is false. It cannot be peanut seed cannot be germinated in the absence of mycorrhiza. So therefore assertion is wrong. But reason is they have given that root pressure can be seen in the early morning hours, easily in the early morning hours. So therefore reason is correct. But the assertion they have given, it is wrong. So therefore 83 option is the correct. Now 84, assertion A, in the leaves of sunflower the lower epidermis has more transpiration rate. Reason they have given that in dicots the lower epidermis has more number of stomata. So which one is the correct, we have to say? So they have given that in the leaves of sunflower, the lower epidermis has more transpiration rate. Assertion is correct. Reason they have given that in dicots, the lower epidermis has more number of stomata. So, therefore, that they have given that reason is the correct explanation for the assertion that they have given. So, therefore, option A is the correct, where assertion and reason both are correct, and reason is the correct explanation for its assertion. Now, question number 85, assertion A. In the roots, the mineral nutrients are transported passively. Reason for that is mineral nutrients can pass the cell wall. Is it correct or not? So, assertion they have given that in the roots the mineral nutrients are transported passively. So, therefore, assertion that they have given that in roots the mineral nutrients are transport passively, but it is wrong. The mineral nutrients or does not transport passively. The reason they have given that mineral nutrients cannot pass the cell walls. Yes, correct answer, because mineral nutrients cannot pass easily because it cannot pass so easily through the cell walls. So therefore, option D, that assertion is wrong, but the reason is correct, is the correct answer. So therefore, option D is the correct answer for question number 85. Next, here they have asked true or false type of questions. Now, in this sentence, they have given that some sentence, for sentence, in that you have to say which one is option. Okay, whether it is true or false, you have to say in the options by seeing the options that they have given. And come on, so let us come to first question, means in true or false in this 86 question. First one, they have given that it is because of the cohesive force between the water molecules that a continuous column of water is formed in xylem. Is it true or false, you have to say. In plants, the particular transportation occurs maximum, and in the symplastic pathway the water is transported through a cell wall, and the concentration of solute and the temperature pressure affect the process of osmosis. Whether it's true or false, these four options, these four topics you have to say. So your time starts now. So it is first option. Let us come. It is because of the cohesive force between the water molecules that a continuous column of water is formed in xylem. So it is true. Yes, it is because due to the cohesive force between the water molecules, it forms a continuous column of water that is formed inside the xylem. In plants, the cuticular transpiration occurs maximum. So the first one is true. So here in option A, C, and D, first one is true. They are given. So you have in this which one you have to say. Now you have to decide. So in second question option, in the plants the cuticular transpiration occurs maximum. So in plants the cuticular transpiration does not occur maximum. So therefore it is false. Okay. So in the symplastic pathway the water is transported through the cell wall. So in symplastic pathway the water does not transport through the cell wall, so therefore it is also false. And the concentration of solids and the turgor pressure affects the process of osmosis. So there is no the concentration of solids does not affect the process of turgor pressure, does not affect the process of the osmosis. So therefore in this option, first one is true, second one is true, first one is true, second one is false, third one is false, and fourth one is false. So option C is correct. True, false, false, false. So therefore option C is the correct option for question number 86. Now if you come to question number 87, here they have asked, during monsoon the doors and the windows do not close due to the swelling by imbibitation. Second option, for plasmolysis the cells must be placed in a hypertonic solution. Next, third one is, in plants long distance transport of water is executed by the process of diffusion. And the fourth one is, the negative value of the potential water potential is referred as the turgor pressure. So this is symbol for the potential. So as you learned in water potential topic, in this last topics, there you learned this symbol. So now which one is true, which one is false, which was an option you have to tell. Now you, for that your time starts right now. So sorry. So during monsoon, the doors and the window door close due to the swelling by imbibitation. So therefore, it is, yes, it is true, during monsoon the doors and the windows do not close. It does not close due to the swelling and imbibitation in them. Next one is, for plasmolysis, the cell must be placed in hypertonic solution. Yes, it is true that for plasmolysis, the cell must be placed in the hypertonic solution. And next, third one is, in plants, long distance transport of water is executed by the process of diffusion. No, by the process of diffusion, you does not make a long distance transport of water in plants. So therefore, it is false. And the negative value of water potential is referred as the Turger pressure. No, it does not tell us Turger pressure. So therefore, it is also false. So therefore, option B is the correct option for question number 87. Next, 88. For the ascent of sap, the transpiration, pull, cohesive and adhesive forces are responsible. Second one is, osmotic pressure depends on the atmospheric pressure. Third one, the urinary bladder of a frog is used as a permeable membrane. Fourth one is, the roots provide sugar and N containing compounds to fungus. Which one is the correct? You have to say option. So, in 88, so they have given that for the ascent of sap, the transpiration, pull, cohesive and adhesive forces are responsible. So yes, it is true. For the ascent of sap, the transpiration, pull, cohesive and adhesive forces, they are very much responsible for this. Next one is, the osmotic pressure depends on the atmospheric pressure. So it is not false. The osmotic pressure does not depends upon the atmospheric pressure. So therefore it is false. Next is,
the urinary bladder of a frog is used as a permeable membrane. So no, it does not use the urinary bladder of frog as permeable membrane. Next, the fourth one is the roots provide sugar and N containing compounds to fungus. Yes, to fungus the roots provide the sugar and N containing compounds to fungus. So therefore option A is the correct answer for question number 88. Now next question, that is question number 89. Here the osmotic process depends on the solute concentration of the solution. First one. Second one, in osmosis, the molecules move from lower concentration towards higher concentration. Yes. Next, in osmosis, selectively permeable membrane takes part. Third one. And fourth one is, it is due to the osmosis that the soil water enters the root cell. Which one is the answer? You have to say, and your time starts now. So, in the osmotic process depends on the solute concentration of the solution. Yes, it is true. The osmotic process depends on the solute concentration of the solution. Second one, in osmosis, the molecules move from lower concentration towards higher concentration. Yes, it is true. In osmosis, the molecules move from lower concentration towards the higher concentration. So it is also correct. In osmosis, selectively permeable membrane takes part. So no, in osmosis, permeable membrane does not take part. So therefore, it is the false option there given. And in fourth one, it is due to the osmosis that the soil water enter the root cell. Yes, due to the osmosis only the soil water it enters into the root cells. So therefore option B, that is true, true, false, true, is the correct one for the question number 89. Now if you come to question number 90, osmosis is a type of imbibitation. Second one, a semi-permeable membrane is involved in the osmotic process. Third one, in the osmotic process, the molecules of the solvent move towards the concentrated solution. And fourth one, osmosis depends on the concentration of the solution and the transpiration pull. So, which one you have to say now?
So osmosis is a type of imbibitation. So it is false because osmosis it is not a type of imbibitation. Next, a semi-permeable membrane is involved in the osmotic process. Yes, it is true because a semi-permeable membrane involves in the process of osmotic process. In the osmotic process. In osmotic process, the molecules of solvent move towards the concentrated solution. Yes, it is also true. In osmotic in the osmotic process, the molecules of the solvent it moves towards the concentrated solution only. Next, a osmosis depends on the concentrated solution and the transpirational pull. It is false. Osmosis does not only depends on the concentration of solution and the transpirational pull only. So therefore, C is the correct answer for question number. So for question number 90, option C is the correct answer. That is false, true, true, false. Next question number 91. Maximum transpiration takes place through circular transpiration. Second one, the turgidity of the guard cell decides the opening and closing of the stomata. Third one, the underground portions, organs of the plants play an important role in transpiration. Fourth one, the lower surface of the leaves of Vinca rosea has more transpiration. Which one is the correct answer? You have to say. So in 91, question number, maximum transpiration takes place through critical transpiration. Yes, it is not wrong, it is false. Maximum transpiration does not take place through cuticular transpiration. Next, second one is the turgidity of the guard cell decides the opening and closing of stomata. Yes, it is true. The turgidity of the guard cell it correctly decides the opening and closing of the stomata. Next, the underground portions organs of plants plays an important role in transpiration. No, the underground portion or the underground roots or any other things does not plays just an important role in transpiration. It plays a small role in transpiration, not an important role in transpiration. Next is
The lower surface of the leaves of Vinca rosea has more transpiration. Yes, it is true. The lower surface of the Vinca rosea has more transpiration. Next, question number 92. Plants obtain carbon and oxygen from soil water. First question. Second one is transpiration is important for ascent of sap and absorption of mineral nutrients. Next, turgidity is very important for the maintenance of the shape of the plant cell. Fourth one is the mineral nutrients are absorbed by the active transport. So which one is the correct? You have to say now. In 92, the question 1, plants obtain carbon and oxygen from soil water. So it is false. A plant does not obtain carbon and water from soil water. It obtains from stomata, as you know. So therefore it is false. Second one is transpiration is important for the ascent of sap and absorption of mineral nutrients. Yes, so the transpiration is very much important for the ascent of sap and absorption of mineral nutrients. So therefore second one is correct. That is true. Next, turgidity is very important for maintenance of the shape of plant cell. So yes, it is also true because the turgidity is very much important for the maintenance of the shape of the plant cells. Next, fourth one is the mineral nutrients are absorbed by active transport. Yes, it is also true. The mineral nutrients it is correctly absorbed by the process of active transport. So therefore, option B is the correct answer for question number 92. Next one is question number 93. Here they have asked, first one is porins allows protein sized molecules to pass. Second one is hydrophilic moieties find it easier to cross the cell membrane. Third one is the seeds germinates due to inhibition pressure. Fourth one is the root pressure is responsible for the ascent of sap in the tall trees. So in 93, the porins allows protein-sized molecules to pass. Yes, it is true, the porins allows the protein-sized molecules to pass. And second one is hydrophilic moieties find it easier to cross the cell membrane. No, it is false, because the hydrophilic moieties does not find it very easier to cross the cell membranes. Next, the seed germinates due to imbibitation pressure. Yes, true. Due to imbibitation pressure, the seed gets germinated. And the final fourth option is the root pressure is responsible for the ascent of sap in tall trees. So it is false. The plant means root pressure is not responsible for the ascent of sap in tall trees. So therefore, option D, that is true false is the correct arrangement of this question number 93. Okay. So next is, so now in question number 94, here they have given two columns and they have given the options also. Now you have to say which one is the correct option, and also you have to see both the column 1 and 2. Now if we see column 1, here they have given that first one is in column 1 active transport, second one is simplest pathway, third one is antipode, fourth one is maze. This is the options they have given in the column 1. Now if you come to column 2, the first P, they have given the transport of two types of molecules in opposite direction, absorbs 3 liters of water, use of metabolic energy, transport through plasmodesmata. Which one is the correct? You have to say. In options they have given that first option, the I means the first one is equal to R. Here PQR means active transport is equal to use of metabolic energy. Simplest pathway is equal to transport through plasmodesmata. Antipode is equal to use of metabolic is equal to absorbs 3 liter of water, and mass is equal to transport of two type of molecules in opposite direction. Option B, they have given that active transport is use of metabolic energy. Simplest pathway, it is the transport of two types of molecules in opposite direction. And antipode, it is the absorbs 3 liter of water, and mass, it is transport through plasmodesmata. Next option 3, they have given that first one is or use of metabolic energy, second one is simplest pathway is transport through plasmodesmata. Next, antipode is transport of two types of molecules in opposite direction, and maze is absorb 3 liter of water. Next, fourth option is active transport is use of metabolic energy. Simplest pathway is absorb 3 liter of water. Antipode is transport of two types of molecules in opposite direction. The fourth one is maze transport through plasmodesmata. So which one is the correct option? You have to say. So option C means the active transport, it is use of metabolic energy. Simplest pathway, it is transport through plasmatos. Antipode, it is transport of two types of molecules in opposite direction. And maze, it is absorb 3 liter of water. So therefore option C is the correct answer for question number 94. Now if you come to our next question, that is question number 95. Column 1, here 5 options they are given and it's more. So first one is cohesive force. Column 1 is cohesive force, inhibition, phloem, membrane protein, and hydathodes. In column 2, facilitated diffusion, bidirectional transport, ascent of sap, glutation, and cellulose. This is the options given in the column 2. Now if you come to the options, option A, they have given that cohesive force, it is the ascent of sap, imbibitation, it is the cellulose, phloem, it is the facilitated diffusion, membrane protein, it is the bidirectional transport, and hydathodes, it is glutation. Option A. Now option B, the cohesive force, it is ascent of sap, imbibitation, it is the also the cellulose, phloem, it is bidirectional transport, membrane protein, it is the facilitated diffusion, and the hydathodes, it is a scutation. So therefore this is the second option. Next, if we come to third option, here they have given that cohesive force, that is ascent of sap, and the next is the imbibitation, that is again the cellulose, and the phloem, it is glutation, and the membrane protein, it is the facilitated diffusion, hydathodes, it is Q means bidirectional transport. Next one is option 4. Again cohesive force is ascent of sap. Next the imbibitation, it is cellulose. The third one is means the phloem, it is the glutation again, but the membrane protein, it is bidirectional transport, and hydathodes, it is P means facilitated diffusion. So this is option 4 they are given. So which one you have to say now? So the correct answer is option B, that is cohesive force. The cohesive force is ascent of sap, the imbibitation it is cellulose, the phloem it is the bidirectional transport, the membrane protein it is facilitated diffusion, the hydathodes it is the gudation. So this is the correct one for option B is the correct one for question number 95.
Let us come to next question, that is question number 96. Here they are given again two columns. In column 1 they are given the four options. First one is more transpiration, zero fights, xylem, water potential. In column 2 they are given again four options, that is first one is 60%, chemical potential, stomata, unidirectional transport. If we come to the options, option A they have given that more transpiration is stomata, zero fights is 60%, xylem is chemical potential, xylem is the unidirectional transport, and water potential belongs to chemical potential. In option 2 they have given that more transpiration is stomata and zero fight is the unidirectional transport, xylem it is the 60%, and water potential is chemical potential. In option C they have given that the more transpiration it is the stomata, zero fights it is the 60%, and xylem it is the chemical potential, and water potential is unidirectional. In option 4 they have given that more transpiration it is 60%, zero fights it is unidirectional, xylem it is stomata, and water potential it is chemical potential. So which option is the correct, you have to see in this four option and you have to say. So I am waiting for the answer. So the correct answer is more transpiration, it is the stomata. Zero fights, it is the 60%. Xylem, it is the unidirectional transport, and water potential, it is the chemical potential. So therefore option A is the correct answer for question number 96. After this, now let us come to question number 97. Again here they have given the two columns. In column 1, here they have given now 5 options. Option means 5 options they have given. One is porins, second one is transpiration, third one is sink, fourth one is ascent of sap, fifth one is Haida thoughts. In column 2 they have given transpirational pull, glutation, mitochondrial membrane, the rigidity of a cell, food storage. This is the option they have given. Now in column 1, the first option they have given, this means in first option they have given that porins, it is mitochondrial membrane, and the transpiration, it is food storage, sink, it is turgidity of a cell, ascent of sap, it is the glutation, and Haida thoughts, it is transpirational pull. And option B they have given that porins, it is the mitochondrial membrane, transpiration, it is the rigidity of the cell, sink, it is the food storage, ascent of sap, it is the glutation, and the Haida thoughts, it is the transpirational pull. Option C they have given that porins, it is the
So the next is option A. The first one is the porins. So porins, option A, they have given that porins, it is the mitochondrial membrane, and option and transpiration is the food storage, and sink it is the turgidity of a cell, ascent of sap, it is the glutation, and the Hydra thoughts, it is a transpirational pull. Option 2 they have given that porins, it is the mitochondrial membrane, transpiration, it is the turgidity of a cell, sink, it is the food storage, ascent, it is the glutation, and Hydra thoughts, it is the transpirational pull. In option 3 they have given that the porins, it is also again the mitochondrial membrane, transpiration, it is also the turgidity of a cell, sink, it is the glutation, and ascent of sap, it is transpirational pull, and Hydra thoughts, it is a food storage they have given in option 3. Option 4 they have given that the porins, it is the first one, the porins, that is the again mitochondrial membrane, transpiration, it is again the turgidity of a cell, sink, it is the food storage, ascent of sap, it is the transpirational pull, and Hydra thoughts, it is glutation. So which option is correct in 4 of these, you have to say, and for that your time starts now. So the correct answer for this question number 97 is, so the porins, it is the porins, it is the mitochondrial membrane. The transpiration, it is the turgidity of a cell. The zinc, it is the food storage. The ascent of sap, it is transpirational pull. And the hydra thoughts, it is glutation. So these all option you can see in question number, sorry, option number D. So therefore the correct answer for question number 97 is option D. Now next question if we come, so here MCQ, like this MCQ type question over the 4 MCQ types questions they have asked here. That 4 questions also we have finished. Now the next type of questions that they may ask in your NEET CTJ also, the next type of question is here in the given, in this figure they have given here a diagram. You can see in this given diagram, they on this given diagram they have asked some of the questions, so you have to answer for that questions what they have given on this based on this diagram. So let us start the question. So from question number 98, this question starts on this diagram. So first question that is on this diagram is, in the given figure, in this figure, the diagram that they are given in this diagram, sorry, in this diagram, the in this diagram they have one, what is the what is present in the area marked M and Q. So in the area they have marked here M and Q, they have tried to name it. So what area they have tried to name them both M and Q, what it is present in that area. Option A, concentrated salt solution. Option B, vascular sap. Option C, cytoplasm. Option D, dilute salt solution. 4 of these, which one is present in this area, that is M and M in Q. In that M that is marked here. Here you can see M. Here if I zoom here, if I zoom here you can see M. So in this they have that M they have marked in that area what is present. You have to say. Okay, your time for that starts now. So the correct answer is M, that they have given that they have marked in that Q what M is there in the question. So the correct answer is option A, the M that they have marked in this Q, it is concentrated salt solution. So concentrated salt solution is present in that area. So therefore option A is the correct answer for question number 98. Now let's go to question 99. In this given diagram, again the same diagram, in the diagram, which is the factor causing the entry of hypertonic solution in the region marked as M? So that region that where the concentrated salt solution is present, in that region that is marked as M, in that region, which factor that causing the entry of hypertonic solution in that region? Due to plasma membrane, or vacuoles, or cell wall, or due to cytoplasmic fibers? Which one is the correct option? You have to say. In these four of these, which one is entering into that area, that is concentrated salt solution in there? Which one is entering that area? You have to say which factor, due to which factor it is the hypertonic solution is entering from that region. You have to say. So the correct answer is option C, cell wall. So due to cell wall, the factor due to cell wall, it is the factor which is causing the entry of hypertonic solution in the region that is marked, that is M, that is the in the region of concentrated salt solution. Due to cell wall, it is entering to the hypertonic salt solution. So therefore option C is the correct answer for question number 99. Next, so now we have come to 100th question. So in this 100th question they have asked, so as you can see in this diagram, you can see these things. So by seeing these things, you have to say which event does here this diagram indicates. It indicates option A, incipient plasmolysis. It indicates incipient plasmolysis. Option B, complete plasmolysis. Does it indicates complete plasmolysis is happening or what? Or option C, it indicates that the event, it indicates that the initial stage of deplasmolysis is happening, or intermediate stage of deplasmolysis is happening. Which one you have to say for this question number 100? So the correct answer for question number 100 is, in this diagram, the event that is happening is the incipient plasmolysis. It indicates the Q. It indicates incipient plasmolysis. So therefore, option A is the correct answer for question number 100. Now, next question, that is question number 101. In the given figure, in this given figure I, if the if the cell shown in Q, the cell that is shown in Q is kept in an hypotonic solution, what is likely to be happen? So if the cell, it is kept in hypotonic solution in this diagram, if the Q, it is kept in hypotonic solution, what will happen? They are asking, will it happen imbibitation, or will it happen plasmolysis, or will it happen diplasmolysis, or will it happen exosmosis? So in four of these, which will happen if you kept the cell that is shown is Q in, if you keep it in the hypotonic solution, what will you see? What is happening, you will see. So your time starts now for this question. So as in the given figure, in this given figure I1, if you see the cell shown in this Q is kept in hypotonic solution, it will happen deplasmolysis. In last question, what event is happening here? If you see, it is plasmolysis. It is happening incipient plasmolysis. So if we take it and if we keep it in hypotonic solution, it will be happening deep plasmolysis. So therefore option C is the correct answer for question number 101. Now let us come to our next question. So 1 minute. So here again that question they have asked based on the figure. So based on figure they have asked another question, that is question number 102. In this figure 2 they have given that, in question number 102 they have given that what does P indicates in figure 2. So in figure 2, what does P indicates? What does it tells you about? Does it tells you about apoplast pathway, symplast pathway, vacuolar pathway, or it tells us you about A and C both, means apoplast pathway and vacuolar pathway both? So which option and which one does it indicate in this figure 2? You have to say in this question, okay? So for that your time starts now. So the in P it indicates simplest path. So therefore option B, simplest path, is the correct answer for question number 102. So in this figure P indicates the simplest path. Okay, so next question, what does Q indicates in figure 2? So what is here Q? In this way diagram you can see Q, what does it indicates? Does it indicates the, so P you got simplest pathway. What does Q indicates? Here you have to say here. So here it is vascular path, phloem, simplest path, or it is apoplast pathway. So here they have given another extra option. So here in last question they were asked in three options: vascular path, simplest path, and apoplastic pathway. They have asked in last question, but here they have given another option. Does it tells you about phloem also they have asked. So which one is the correct answer for this question number 103 you have to say, and for that your time starts now. So in this given figure, the the Q in this given figure, the Q it indicates the apoplast pathway. So Q here it indicates as apoplastic pathway. So therefore the correct answer for this question number 103 is option D. The apoplastic pathway indicates in this Q indicates apoplastic pathway in this figure 2 or diagram 2 also you can say. In the 104th question, which process is taking place at S in the figure 2? So here next one is what is happening in here S in figure 2 they have asked. Is it simplistic pathway, apoplastic pathway, transmembrane transport, or vascular path? Sorry. So which one you have to is happening you have to say. Here they have given the four options, means here they have also asked you another option, that is transmembrane transport, to confuse you, and the three common options, that is simplistic pathway, apoplastic pathway, and vascular pathway. So which one you have to say, and for that your time starts now. So the correct one is here, in this figure 2, the S, it indicates taking place, the process that is taking place here. It is the transmembrane transport process is taking place in at S in the figure in 2. So therefore the correct answer is option C. So therefore option C is the correct answer in question number 104. Now the next question is 105. Here I another figure there again. So it so little bit it's hang, I think so. No problem. Let me try. So here in this diagram, they're asking you in diagram 3. Uh, in this diagram 3, what will happen? So in this diagram, what will happen if after osmosis the concentrated sugar solution is added in beaker? So after osmosis, if we add the concentrated solution in a beaker, what will happen? Option A, will the water molecule from the beaker will stop entering the distal funnel, or will the water from the beaker enters distal funnel, or nothing will occur? So nothing will happen there. Or will the water will enter the beaker from the distal funnel? So will the water will enter that beaker from the distal funnel? So which one is the correct? You have to say option or for in this question 105. So for that your time starts now. So the correct answer for question number 105 is here. You can see, if after osmosis, if concentrated sugar solution is added to the beaker, so by that the water, oh shit, so the water way that is present with a 1 minute, wait a minute, I think it's more hanging. So here the water will enter the beaker from the distal funnel. So therefore option D, the water will enter from distal funnel, is the correct option for this diagram 3. Now if we come in the experiment, so in this experiment depicted in figure 3, we what type of membrane is utilized? So what type of membrane is utilized in this experiment, that is a figure you are seeing in this diagram 3 is A permeable, B semi-permeable, C selectively permeable, D impermeable. So which type of membrane is used, which type of membrane is utilized in this diagram, they are asking in this question. So for that your time starts now for this question. So in the experiment that is depicted in this figure, in this diagram 3, so which type of membrane is utilized, the question they have asked. So for that, so the B, the semi-permeable membrane. So semi-permeable membrane is used for the type of for this experiment. Due to last question answer, which type of water, how will water comes in or comes out, or will water goes or not. Due to that question we have got that the semi-permeable membrane is the type of membrane that is utilized in this the experiment number or experiment. And the next question is question number 107, and here again they have asked on a question on another diagram in the given figure. So in this given figure, what does P indicate? So what does P indicates here in this given figure? They are given that P and Q. In this P, Q and R, in this P, Q and R, three labelings they have done. In that P, the P1, what does it indicates for? They have asked again. Will it indicates apoplastic pathway, vascular pathway, symplastic pathway, or transpirational pathway? So it is like a similar question like I asked the questions in the first diagram, first figure. On the based of question when I asked, there we were having same option, apoplastic pathway, symplastic pathway, and vascular pathway. Like that only it is, but you have to say which one is the, you have to say. So for that your time for this question starts now. So the correct answer for this, so in this given diagram, the P, it is indicating the vacuolar path. So vacuolar path is P indicating here. You can see the lines that are joined from that connect one end to another end. So therefore the correct answer for 107 is B, vacuolar path. So P indicates the vacuolar path. So option B is correct answer for question number 107. Now if we come to question number 108, on the figures 4 only, again they have asked another question, that is in this figure 4 of the, in this figure 4 that is having P, Q and R paths. P, Q and R paths, the three paths that are shown in this figure. The water is transported maximally through which path? So through which path the water will pass maximally? Maximum water will pass. From P it will pass more maximum, or from Q, or from R, or none of the above. From none of the above, the water pass maximum. Which one is the correct answer or option you have to say? So the correct answer for question number 108 is, in the given this figure 4, P, Q and R paths shown, in that water is transported maximally through R path. Through this R, the water is transported maximum amount of water is transported through R. So therefore option C, R, is the correct answer for question number 108. Now let us come to our next topic's question. So again I will explain you another new topic, then we will go questions based on that topic. So next is points for PMT. In imbibitation, the force of capillarity and surface tension are seen. So in the imbibitation, you see the forces of capillarity and surface tension you will see. Temperature, pressure and concentration gradients, they are some of the forces which affect this diffusion rate. These are the three things that affect the diffusion rate. Now if in water potential, in fully turgid condition, water potential that is in fully turgid condition, when the cell is fully turgid, so in the water potential, when the cell is fully turgid, water does not enter in. So when cell is fully turgid, the water does not enter inside. But in a fully turgid condition of water potential S and water potential P, the values will be equal and opposite. So the values of them will be equal and they will be opposite values. Next, in fully turgid condition, if it is fully turgid condition, then the osmotic pressure and the turgid pressure, turgor pressure and the osmotic pressure, both their values will be equal. In general condition, if you take, when the cell is in not turgid, then turgor pressure will be equal to 0, but the water potential value is negative. Okay. Next, diffusion pressure, FP, suction pressure also you can say. So water potential value is equal to dPd, that is diffusion pressure, but it is negative value. So sometimes it is but more or most of the time it is negative in value. And the dPd indicates the value absorption potential of any solution. So if dPd is equal to OP minus WP, so WP is equal to water potential is equal to turgor potential. So therefore turgor potential. So therefore dPd is equal to turgor pressure. So dPd is equal to osmotic pressure minus turgor pressure. So K plus ion theory. So for next questions you need to learn this most important topic, K plus ion theory. So the solution that is the solute concentration of the guard cell is due to the presence of K plus ion. So the solute that is concentrated in the guard cell, it is due to the presence of K plus ion in them, and mainly the ions are acquired from the neighboring cells. So these K plus ions, they are acquired from their neighboring cells that are present near the guard cells. The neighboring cells that are present near the guard cell, from them they acquire this K plus ions, and the guard cell pushes their H plus ion. So for they takes the K plus ion from the nearby cells and also pushes their H plus ions that are present in them outside, and in turn they take, and by that they take K plus ion. The K plus ion moves inside them, and this process, for doing this process, it takes some time and it takes some energy. And to maintain the ionic concentration of the guard cell, negatively charged ions enter the guard cell. So for maintaining the concentration of the guard cell, the negatively charged ions are also enters the guard cell. It also enters the guard cell. And the size of the stomatal pore, it depends on the number of K plus ions that enters the guard cell. So in the guard cell, due to hydrolysis of the starch, there is an increase of melatoions in those guard cells which have open stomatal pores. So these melatoions that have open stomatal pores, they are very much increased number of these ions are present in them, and it is due to the splitting of starch molecules from into the phosphoenol pyruvic acid is generated, and it is carboxylation and dehydrogenation of this phosphoenol pyruvic acid happens, that the malate ions are, by this the malate ions are formed, and plants absorb the capillary water present in the upper layer of the soil. From their root hairs, it absorbs the water present in the upper layer of the soil. Now if we come to the questions based on this topic, the first question that you are going to ask, the first question that they are going to be asked to you, that is the transpiration, it is reduced under which circumstance. So under which circumstances will the transpiration gets reduced, they have asked. Under which circumstance will the transpiration gets reduced? Will in humid soil, or when it is airy or windy, or when it is dry atmosphere, or when it is in humid atmosphere? So in which one or which of the following the transpiration is reduced, they have asked. For this question, then your time starts now. So 1 minute, there is a problem here. So the transpiration, it is reduced under the circumstances when there is in a humid atmosphere is present. In that you can see the transpiration is reduced under these circumstances. The So therefore D is the correct answer for question number, that is question number 109. Now if you come to question number 110. So in this 110 question they have asked airtight bottle an airtight bottle, it is filled with mustard seeds and water. So with mustard seeds and water they have filled an airtight bottle, and it is burst after half an hour. So after half an hour the airtight bottle it is burst. So it is burst after an half an hour. So when an airtight bottle is filled with mustard seeds and water, after half an hour the bottle cap it gets burst. So why it is happening, what is due to it is happening, and what is due to what it is happening, due to diffusion or due to imbibitation or due to osmosis or due to DPD. So which is happening? So due to diffusion pressure or due to which it's happening, you have to say. So the correct answer is for question number 110 is, that is B, imbibitation. So an airtight bottle, when it is filled with mustard seeds and water, it bursts after half an hour This is due to imbibitation. It is burst. Okay. So next one is question number 111. Which water is absorbed by the roots from the soil? So from the soil, which water is absorbed by the roots from the soil? So will the root absorb the gravitational water, capillary water, bonded water, or will it absorb the free water? Which water is absorbed by the roots from the soil? You have to say in this question. So the water that is absorbed by the roots from the soil is the capillary water. So the capillary water the soil absorbs from the root. So therefore the correct answer for this question number 111 is option B. The capillary water is the correct answer. So let us come to our next question. Let's see here. This is our next question is 112. So 112 is what causes the movement of water between cells? So what causes the movement of water between the between two cells, if between the cells, what causes the movement of the water? Will the turgor pressure causes or the movement of water between cells, or will the wall pressure, or will the diffusion pressure defect, that is DPD, or will the plasmolysis causes the movement of water between cells? So which option is correct? You have to say in question number 112. So what causes the movement of water between the cells? So the diffusion pressure defect, the TPD, now recently that we learned in the last topic. So in the recent topic, so there you learned in the TPD topic, you learned that it causes the movement of water between the cells. So therefore diffusion pressure defect (dPd) is the thing that causes the movement of water between the cells. So therefore option C, it is the correct answer for the question number 112. So after this question number 112, if we come to our next question, that is question number 113, here they have asked the question that is quotation. So quotation, in that you learnt this quotation in the MC, there we match the following, there we were doing the match the following, there we learned this quotation topic. So now let us go ahead for the question. So quotation is mainly due to which the quotation causes, that is what, root pressure, osmosis, transpiration or imbibitation, which one, due to which it the quotation is mainly, they have asked. So for this question your time starts now. So the quotation, it is mainly caused due to the root pressure. So due to the root pressure, the quotation, it happens due to root pressure. So therefore the answer for your question number 113 is option A, that is quotation. So due to quotation the root pressure happens. So the next question is question number 114. Here they are asked, what is created during the water loss which result in stomatal closure. So what is created, what is happened during the water loss, due to which it results in the stomatal closure. Why it results in the stomatal closure, what happened, what is created during the water loss, due to which the water loss, it is resulted in the stomatal closure, they have asked in this question. Option A, ethylene is there, or option B, abscisic acid, option C, fumaric acid, or option D, coumarin. Which one is the correct option, you have to say? So the correct answer for question number 114 is option B, abscisic acid. So due to presence of abscisic acid, it is created during the water loss that results in the stomatal closure. So option B, abscisic acid, is the correct answer. Next is question number 115. What is the difference in the active and passive transport by the plasma membrane? Option A, passive transport, it is non-selective, or option B, passive transport, it follows the concentration gradient, while active transport, it uses only metabolic energy, or option C, the active transport is more rapid, or active transport, it is become more rapid, or option D, the passive transport, it only follows the anion, while the active transport, it follows both cation. So the correct answer is option B. That is, passive transport follows the concentration gradient, while the active transport, it only uses the metabolic energy. So therefore option B is the correct answer for question number, that is 115. Now if we come to our next question, that is 116. When the water increases near the cell, there is an increase in its turgidity. Due to this, the pressure on the cell wall. Due to this, the pressure on the cell wall, will it the pressure on the cell wall, will it gets increases, or will it decreases, or increases or decreases, or there will be no change in pressure? So when the water increases near the cell, there is an increase in its turgidity. Due to this, the pressure on the cell wall it starts increasing. So therefore option A is the correct answer, that is increases, and is the correct answer for question number 116. Now if we come to question number 117, in the plant is if the plant is covered under water it dies because, if the plant is covered under water it dies because mineral nutrients of the soil becomes dilute, or the root cannot breathe, or the ascent of the sap in the plant cell becomes slow, or the mineral nutrients dissociate decompose due to dilution. Which one is the correct answer for question number 17? You have to say, and for that your time starts now. So, if the plant is covered under water, it dies because the root it cannot breathe. So, if the roots cannot breathe, so it cannot supply any nutrients to the soil, to the plant. So therefore, it dies. So therefore, under for 117, option B is correct answer for question number 117. Now, if we come to question number 118, in a leaf during which process the water potential is positive? In leaf during which process does the water potential is positive? During more transpiration will the water potential positive, or during less transpiration, or more absorption, or during gudation? So which one is the correct, you have to say in this question number 118. So the correct answer for that is question number 118, it is option D. Due to in leaf during gudation process the water potential it will become positive. So therefore option D is correct answer for question number 118. Now if you come to next question, that is question number 119, what is the water potential and osmotic pressure of the pure water? They have asked what is the water potential and what will be the osmotic pressure of the pure water. They have asked option A, will it be 0 and 0, water potential 0 and osmotic pressure will be 0, or water potential and will be 100 and osmotic pressure also will be 100, or will water potential be 0 and osmotic pressure will be 100, or will be water potential 100 and osmotic pressure 0? Which one is the correct option for question number 119? You have to say. Okay, so your time starts now. So the water potential will be also zero in the pure water, and the osmotic pressure it will be also zero in the pure water. So therefore in question number 119 option is option A, 0 and 0. So next question is 120. It says absorbing water, the water potential is, it will be always positive, always negative, or will be always it is 0, or will be it is always greater than 1. Which option you have to say? So in cells, the absorbing water, the water potential, it will be always, it will be negative. So therefore, for question number 120, the answer will be option B, that is always negative. So if you come to our next question, that is question number 121. Here they have asked, when water crosses a semi-permeable membrane, then which of the following pressure will it develops? Will it develop osmotic pressure, tur turgor pressure, water potential? Which one will it develop? They have asked in this question number 121. So for this, your time starts now. So when the water, if it crosses a semi-permeable membrane, then the osmotic pressure will develop. So therefore option A, it is the correct answer for question number 121. So therefore option A you have to tick. So next is question number 122. Cell A and cell B are lying adjacent. The value of dpd, diffusion pressure defect, is -3 in cell A and -5 in cell B. What will be the result? So no movement in water, or both get balanced, or water moves from cell A to cell B, or water moves from cell B to cell A. Which option is correct for this question 112? You have to say.
So therefore, for question number 122, the cell, the water that moves from cell A to cell B. So the water, it moves from cell A to cell B, will get the answer, the result. So therefore, for question number 122, correct option is option C. Now if we come to next question, that's question number 123. Here, if there is a damage due to the friction or pressure or breakage in the xylem vessel, a continuous column of water is not formed due to the presence of lignified thick wall, or due to cohesive and adhesive force, or opposite, or due to the weak gravitational force, or due to the transpirational pull is not created, due to transpirational pull that is not created, due to that, which one is the correct option you have to say? So the correct answer for question number 123 is, if there is a damage due to the friction or due to the pressure or leakage in the xylem vessel, a continuous column of water is not formed due to option D, that is transpirational, means the transpiration pull is not created. So therefore option D is the correct answer for question number 123. Now if we come to our next question, that is question number 124. Here they have asked, guard cells are helpful in what? Guard cells are helpful in which of the process? Will it helpful in transpiration, glutation, protection against injury, or protection against grazing? Which option you have to say for this question number 124? So therefore, for question number 124, guard cells are helpful in transpiration. So therefore option A, transpiration, is correct answer for question number 124. So if we go to our next question, that is question number 125. It is cooler under a tree as compared to metal shed due to A, transpiration, glutation, photosynthesis, or green leaves. Which option is correct? You have to say for question number 125. So in question number 125, it is a cooler under a tree as compared to a metal shed due to transpiration. So due to transpiration, it is cooler under a tree as compared to metal shed. So therefore option A is the correct answer for question number 125. Now if you come to question number 126, here they have asked an example of selectively permeable membrane is. An example for selectively permeable membrane is option A cell wall, option B mitochondrial membrane, option C chloroplast membrane, option D plasma membrane. So which option is correct for question number 126? You have to say first, then I will tell the correct answer for this question. So for that your time starts now. So an example of selectively permeable membrane is the plasma membrane. So option D, the plasma membrane, it is the correct option for question number 126. If you come to the next question, our question number 127, in hypertonic solution, the water potential of the cell, will it is increase, will it decrease, or initially increase then decrease, or no change will be occurred? So which option for this question number 127 you have to say, and for that your time starts now. So the correct answer for question number 127 is, in hypertonic solution the water potential of the cell, it will be decreases. So therefore the correct answer for question number 127 is option B, decreases. So if we come to our next question, that is question number 128. In this, when we put cell in sugar solution, then which is the correct sequence of process we will get? We will get option A, endosmosis, plasmolysis, mandatory and permanent flaccid, or option B, exosmosis, plasmolysis, mandatory and permanent flaccid, or option C, exosmosis, deplasmolysis, mandatory and permanent flaccid, or option D, Option D, exosmosis, plasmolysis, deplasmolysis, mandatory and permanent flaccid. So which option is the correct for question number 128? You have to say. And for that your time starts now. So the correct answer for question number 128 is option B, that is exosmosis, plasmolysis, mandatory and permanent flaccid. So therefore option B is correct answer for question number 128. If we come to question number 129, osmosis is osmosis means movement of solute from lower concentration to higher concentration. Option B, movement of solute from higher concentration to lower concentration. Option C, movement of solvent from lower to higher concentration. Option D, movement of solvent from higher to lower concentration. Which one is the correct option for question number 129? You have to say. So the correct answer for question number 129 is osmosis means the movement of solvent from higher to lower concentration. So in osmosis topic you learned that it is the movement of solvent from higher to lower concentration. So the option D is the correct answer for question number 129. For question number 130, when a seed is placed in water, imbibitation it takes place because the osmotic pressure inside the seed is, will it be less, the seed coat has lots of salt in it, or the process of absorption takes place, or there is an ample amount of vascular fluid in the embryonic cell. Which option is correct for question number 130? You have to say.
So when a seed is placed in water, the imbibitation takes place because the process of absorption also takes place there. So due to this, the seed is placed in water, it starts imbibitation takes place in that. So therefore for question number 130 option is the correct answer. If we come to question number 131, which of the following, which pressure becomes zero when the cell is fully turgid? So when the cell it becomes fully turgid, which pressure becomes zero? Option A osmotic pressure, option B Turgor pressure, option C wall pressure, or option D the diffusion pressure defect DPD it becomes zero. So which one becomes zero in question in this, when it become, which pressure becomes zero when it is fully turgid? You have to say in question number 131. So due to which of the following, which, so diffusion pressure defect becomes zero when the cell is fully turgid. So therefore the option for correct option for question number 131 is option D is the correct answer for question number 131. So if we come to our next question, that is question number 132, when a small branch is cut, then water oozes out. It indicates that, what it indicates that, well, it indicates the pressure on the water column, or water column remains continuous, or pull on the water column, or will it indicates all of the above. So which question, which option is correct? You have to say for question number 132. So when a small branch is cut, then water oozes out. It indicates that the pull on the water column. So it indicates that there is a pull on the water column. So due to that, the water oozes out and it shows. So option B is correct answer for question number 132. If we come to our next question, that is question number 133. Which of the following, which is the main reason for the increase in stomatal pore size? So which is the main reason that causes increase in the stomatal pore size? 133 questions. So option A, low temperature at night, or entry of water molecules in guard cell, or the atmosphere outside the stomatal pore is less humid, or the surrounding guard cell secretes salts or salt molecules. Which option is correct? You have to say for question number 133.
So therefore, which of the following, which is the main reason for the increase in the stomatal pore size, is entry of water molecules in the gut cell is the reason for the increase in the stomatal pore size. So therefore, for question number 133, the correct answer is option B. So therefore, option B is the correct answer for question number 133. So this is the last question of your chapter, transport in plants. So for if we come to question number 134, under which condition the rate of transpiration is maximum? So they're asking under which condition will the rate of transpiration will be maximum? Will when soil is moist and the atmosphere is dry, or when the soil is dry and the atmosphere it becomes humid, or when the soil is wet and atmosphere is dry, or when the soil is dry and atmosphere is also dry. So which under which condition does the rate of transpiration will become maximum, you have to say in this question number 134. So okay, for this question your time starts now. So under so when soil is moist and the atmosphere is dry, under this condition the rate of transpiration in is maximum. So therefore, for question number 134, the correct answer is option A. If we come to our next question, that is question number 135. Which force is important in the stomatal opening process? So in the stomatal opening process, which force is very much important for that? Option A, the shape of the guard cell. Option B, the chlorophyll content of the cell. Or option C, the amount of hormones in the cell. Or option D, the amount of proteins in the cell. So which option is correct for question number 135? You have to say in this question. So okay, so here your time starts now. So the correct answer for question number 135 is, so due to the shape of the guard cell, the shape of the guard cell, it is this force is important in the stomatal opening process. So therefore option A is correct answer for question number 135. If we come to question number 136, why do leaves become flaccid in hot atmosphere? Option A, too much transpiration, more transpiration as compared to absorption, more water transpiration by roots, or decrease in water absorption. Which option is correct? You have to say for question number 136. So, due to more transpiration as compared to absorption, the leaves becomes flaccid in hot atmosphere. So, therefore, for question number 136, the correct option is option B. If you come to question number 137, phloem transport is usually in which direction? From source to sink, or from sink to source, or from leaves to xylem and the phloem, or from leaves to roots? So, in which direction does the phloem transport is, in which direction transport the. So the phloem transport, it is usually in the direction from the source to the sink, from source to the sink direction it is. So therefore for question number 137, the correct answer is option A. So if we come to our next question, that is question number 138. In a solution, the water potential, it is 0, negative, positive, or positive or negative. Which option is correct? You have to say for question number 138.
So therefore in a solution the water potential is option B. So the water potential is option B, negative. So therefore the correct answer for question number 138 is option B, negative. So if we come to our next question, that is number 9, which is the main layer which blocks the entry of a substance into a cell? Option A, cell outermost boundary, the cell wall. Option B, outermost layer of the plasma membrane. Option C, the innermost layer of the plasma membrane. Or option D, the innermost layer of the cell wall. So, the outermost layer of the plasma membrane, it is the plays a main layer as a main role of main layer which blocks the entry of a substance into a cell. So therefore the correct answer for question number 139 is option B. So therefore option B is the correct answer for question number 139. So if we come to our next question, that is 140. What provides the maximum blockage to the process of transpiration? Option A, leaf stomata, cuticles, pectin, all provides equal resistance. Which option is correct for question number 130? For the 140, you have to say. So the correct answer for question number 140 is the cuticles. It provides the maximum blockage to the process of transpiration. So therefore the correct answer option for question number 140 is option B. So if we come to question number 141, the guard cells are different from epidermal cells because they process vacuole, mitochondria, chloroplast or cell wall. So which option is correct for question number 141? We have to say.
So the correct answer for question number 141 is the guard cells are different from epidermal cells because they process uh, the chloroplast, so therefore it is different from epidermal cells. So therefore for question number 141 the correct option is option C. If we come to question number 142, osmotic pressure is expressed as water potential P, water potential S, water potential W, or water potential G. So which option is correct? You have to say for question number 142. So therefore the correct option for question number 142 is option B, water potential S. So therefore option B is correct answer for question number 142. If we come to our next question, that is question number 143. In the distal funnel experiment, the entry of water in the distal funnel is blocked due to increase in the hydrostatic pressure, or in the distal funnel, or diffusion of sugar out of the distal funnel, or due to the solution inside and outside becomes isotonic, or hydrostatic pressure develops into the beaker. So which option is correct for question number 143? You have to say in this question. So the correct answer for question number 143 is, it is the increase in the hydrostatic pressure in the distal funnel. So therefore option A, it is the correct answer for question number 143. So therefore here is the last question of this transport of plants chapter. Chapter means no topic. A brief I'm going to give you about this chapter. So in this transpiration in plants, in this chapter, what we are going to learn is this only.
you are going to learn. The first one is you are going to learn method of transportation, plant water relations, pathways of water movement, transpiration, that is loss of water vapor from stomata. Next, ascent of sap. Sap consists of the mineral nutrients dissolved in water. Upward transport of sap through xylem against gravity. Sap is absorbed by root hairs. Next, the fluid transport, that is bidirectional transport of food from source to sink activity. These are the starting topics. In this method of transportation, there are two things you are going to learn. First one is transport protein, and the second one is types. In transport protein, you will learn again the two things, that is carrier protein that carry the molecules with them, and the channel protein. So this all you have learned, but I am giving you a brief again what you have learned in this chapter. Again I am taking you the brief. So next is the channel proteins. In channel proteins, it is the remain at their place and make entry and exit channels for the molecules to enter and exit of the molecules by to be of two types. It will be of two types. One is ion channel and porins. So ion and porins you have learned, and also you have seen in some of the match following like that questions, and also many other questions you have seen this option, means in this one, this topics question. Now if you come to second one here, in this second one is types. In the types there are two types, that is one is the on the basis of direction of molecular movement. In that on the basis of types of molecular basis of direction of molecular movement, first one is contra contra co-transport. So co-transport, it is the simultaneous movement of two molecules, symport and antiport occurs. And next is uniport. It is only one molecule either enters or exits the cell at a time. So at a time, the one molecule, it either it comes inside the cell or it exits, it leaves uniport. So it is the two types of the on the basis of direction of molecular movement in these types. Next, second one is on the basis of energy consumption of carriers. On the basis of the energy consumption of their carriers. The first one is diffusion. Diffusion, it is the movement of molecules among the concentration gradient. So among the concentration gradient, what is the movement of the molecule? It is the diffusion. The next one is the facilitated diffusion. So the facilitated diffusion, it is the movement same as diffusion. So it is the same movement that is like diffusion, but it requires transport protein. So it requires the protein transport. For transport, it requires some protein. So without this transport protein, it does not happen in this facilitated diffusion. Next is active transport. In this active transport, here it is against concentration gradient. It is against the concentration gradient and required some metabolic energy, and it also required some transport protein to transport it. Next, after this, we come to our next transport in plants, that is plant water relation. So in this plant water relation, you will learn the imbibitation. So imbibitation you will learn in this plant water relation. In this imbibitation, imbibitation means it is the absorption of liquid by solid particles without forming any solution. So without forming any solution, the absorption of liquid by the solid particles is the imbibitation. Next, it is the water potential. Water potential, different between it is the difference between the free energy of water molecules in pure water, and that is in any other system. That is in any other system, you can see. And next one is osmosis. So the osmosis, it is a special type of diffusion of solvent molecules. Their concentrated gradients through semi-permeable membranes it happens, and there are different types of osmosis. One is the exosmosis and endosmosis. In that there are two types. One is apoplast and symplast. Apoplast, it is movement through cell wall. Symplast, it is movement through cell cytoplasm. So this is the topics. This is the topics you have learned. And next is plasmolysis. It is the shrinkage of protoplast after exosmosis. So it is the plasmolysis, it is the shrinkage of protoplast after the after the exosmosis. So okay, this was your topics, what all you have learned in this transportation influence topic. So okay friends, this was the Neet CT questions. 100 questions we have solved. Sorry, 143 questions has asked, and also you have solved, and I also have said the answers. What is the answer for this question? So okay friends, I think you have learned these questions. You may understand which I have given the I have said the answer for questions of different types, also MCQ, match the following, or many other types of questions, wheel diagram based questions, like that. Different types of questions I have said you answer also, and you have also tried to answer, I expect. So okay friends, I will see you in my next video explaining another or QE solving still more need city question of different chapters. So till then, you can take care, have a nice day, and bye my dear friends.